What's up, everybody? Miss Montana DeLeon here. I'm a little tired. It's like 1:30 in the morning, and I am doing this follow-up video for you guys. Anyway, this is a follow-up video from the one I did that was entitled "How to Keep Your Man Happy and Keep Him in Love with You" or something like that. I'll try and remember to put the link to the bottom to the video that I'm talking about. A few messages I got in relation to that video. If you're doing all this for your man and he's not giving it to you in return, what do you do? First of all, if you're doing all this for your husband, I would assume that you marry him because he was doing something right. So even if you're doing more than he is, you need not worry about what he's doing. You need to worry about what you're doing. Okay? One person is probably going to do more than the other in a relationship. One person is probably going to love the other more in a relationship, but it's not a competition. You do what you do as a woman, as a wife. He does what he does as a husband. And common sense will say if you're not happy with the relationship, how it's going, leave. You decide your own happiness. You are in control of your own life and what you do. You do what makes you happy. So if you feel like, oh, I'm doing all this and he's not, living up to his, promises or whatever, get out of the marriage. Simple as that. Like, if he's not doing it in return, yet you marry him for all these reasons, and all of a sudden you want to start becoming an irreplaceable woman or phenomenal woman, that's your business. Don't expect him to change. I mean, we are the change that we want to see in people. People follow by, people follow good examples. So if you doing something right in a relationship, he may catch on and he may want to do the same thing. That's what we hope for. But if it doesn't, and he's the same man that we married and the reasons why we married him, you're gonna have to stay. If you're doing all this phenomenal stuff, continue to do that. Don't worry about if he's not on this phenomenal kick with you. You married him for a reason. If he's still doing all the stuff that you married him for, there's no reason to leave. If he don't go above and beyond the call of duty, but he's doing everything he had to do or everything he did to allow you to agree to marry him, then what's the problem? Don't worry about what nobody else doing. Worry about what you need to do. So stop being in competition. Don't worry about being selfish. Do you, he gonna do him, and y'all gonna do each other. It's gonna be all right. This marriage gonna work. Like I said, one may go out a little further than the other, but as long as both of y'all happy, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about what the other person's doing. It's not a competition. It's a marriage. You guys play for the same team. One person's gonna be stronger than the other. If that has to be you, hey, take that responsibility, baby. No big deal. It's a marriage. We do whatever we can to make it work. You're supposed to be doing this out of the goodness of your heart because this is what you do. When you have self-love and you know what self-love is, and the very essence of self-love, then you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart without worrying about what extra return you can get. You're doing this because this is your husband. This is what you want to do for him. This is your job as a wife, to get into a marriage and make it work. Okay. Another thing that some women were commenting on, I guess they didn't pay attention to the video. Oh, why you gonna do all this to a man if you're doing all this up front? Then why he gonna marry you? Baby, at the beginning of the video, I said, I don't know about a boyfriend or wifey material and all that stuff, but as a wife for your husband, I did say that at the beginning of the video, you want to go all out for your husband. You don't want to go all out and submit to a boyfriend. You want to go out for your husband. And being an irreplaceable woman, a phenomenal woman, is easy to do, and it takes very little effort if you know what self-love is. If you know what self-love is, if you practice self-love every day, and you really truly love yourself, you should do this with no sweat off your back. Like, it should be easily done to go above and beyond the call of duty for your husband. It should be easily done. It should be done so easy, like nothing. If you know what self-love is, and if you practice self-love daily, this should be nothing to you. This should be super easy. I mean, it should come second nature. So to be phenomenal, it's going to take a very special woman to be a phenomenal woman in a relationship. And that's going to be the woman who really loves herself. And at the same time, if he does not appreciate what you're doing, still cheats or whatever else, you should be phenomenal enough and love yourself enough to let him go. No tears shed. Baby, I did all I could in that relationship, and you can leave, and you will not be able to say that I didn't do my job, I didn't do my part, because I did everything I could do. You know what I'm saying? You have to put your effort, your maximum effort in everything that you do, everything you touch, including your marriage. So if he walks away, you know you did your best, and it's not your fault. More than likely, it's not going to be your fault that he left. Men cheat, yeah. I mean, all we could do is just hope, and hope and wish that he stays dedicated and he sees what he has and he appreciates what he has. But if he goes and he cheats and he messes up being a man, you know how men can be sometimes, or some men. There's nothing you could do about it. You can't make him stay. You can't make him. It's like giving a sick person medicine. You can't make a person take their medicine to get better. This is good for you. I'm not going to chase you down to give you your own medicine. If you don't see it, then you don't see it. Oh, well, next. I'm not going to shed a tear. That's your business. You missed out, not me. I did what I had to do. You messed up, not me. So in that instance, if a man doesn't appreciate what you do and he cheats or, just messes up some kind of way, don't even shed a tear, but boo, keep it moving. Keep it moving. In between that marriage and your next marriage, do you. Love you. Have your self-love, babe. You'll be all right in between the relationships. You'll be okay. Because you got self-love. You love the person in the mirror. So now that he's gone, you're stuck with who? The person in the mirror who you love so much. So it's cool. You cool with that. He can go. No tears shed. A lot of women were commenting, I'm not going to do all that for my man, and da-da-da-da-da, and that's like slaving and back in the day. And baby, it's all right to be independent, and it's all right to be a modern day woman, but you got to remember that you chose to get married. You chose to say I do to this man. So now you have a responsibility of keeping this thing together, making this the best marriage it can possibly be. So throw all that independent stuff out the window once you get that ring on your finger. It's not about you anymore, what you want or what you ain't going to do, what you going to do. And It's what y'all are going to do. What are you going to do for that man? What that man is going to do for you? What are you guys going to do for each other? It's not just you anymore. You're married now. You have took someone else's lives and added it to yours. And it's y'all life now. So now you have a responsibility for this marriage that you all created. So independent, not time for that. Not when you're married. And lastly, somebody was saying, oh, you need to love yourself more than you love a man. Understandable. That video was coming from somebody who loves their self. I know self-love, baby. And when I say I'm phenomenal and irreplaceable in anything that I touch, I try to be that in everything, whether it be parenting, whether it be friendships, anything, whether it be work-related. I want to be phenomenal and irreplaceable in everything that I do, not just my marriage, in everything. And I want to do it effortlessly because that's all I want to know how to do. Is just do phenomenal things and be irreplaceable with everything. So those are just a couple of things that I wanted to touch on because I was getting so many comments and just people they was just doing everything except for like, oh, I could do that. They wanted to fight it and I'm not going to do all this and just I'm independent and ain't nobody going to tell me. And what if he stop fighting it? Baby, just be phenomenal. Just be phenomenal and make it easy. Make it look easy. Be phenomenal. But yeah, that's all I just wanted to say. I'll talk to you all later. Toodles.